Good evening, everyone, and welcome to ReinaMoe's DIY and It Designs. I am going to be working on two centerpieces today. One's going to be a low centerpiece and the other one's going to be mid to low. Both of these centerpieces are requests from Subbies that I have. One is Mrs. Lloyd, who is doing some centerpieces for her nephew's wedding, and the other one is for one of the brides that I have as a subscriber. So I'm going to go ahead and get started on that. I'm going to start with the low one, and this one is going to be really quick and super easy. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this glass, which I got from the Dollar Tree, and I'm going to affix the ribbon to it. And the ribbon that I've chosen is a chevron designed ribbon that is in different shades of gray and a little bit of black. And I'm going to take that, use a little bit of hot glue, place it right on the center, and then I'm just going to affix the ribbon. And wrap it all the way around. See where it meets, and then I'm going to cut it off with a little bit of slack. This is a really good thick ribbon. I got that ribbon from Joann's, I believe. No, Hobby Lobby. That's been my second go-to place besides Dollar Tree. You just want to make sure that you have it nice and even all the way around. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and fold that over to make a nice clean line. And then I'm going to affix it to the back of the jar and overlap the ribbon with hot glue. So what we will end up with is this nicely dressed votive holder. Okay, and then from here, I went to IKEA probably about month and a half to 2 months ago, and they have this crushed glass is what it is, but this is actually has a mirror finish, so I'm going to use this. They had it in different colors, red, gold, and silver, and I believe they also had it in white. I know I picked up two of the colors, which would be that gold color and this silver color. So I'm just going to sprinkle some of this towards the bottom, and it's going to be a very little bit, because I'm going to need to put a little piece of foam in here in which to place my flowers. But I wanted to get started with a nice layer on the bottom. And then I'm going to add a little light down in the bottom of this fixture. So I've gone ahead and I've added a little light at the bottom. I don't know if you can see that through the glass shining through, but there's a little light on either end. So next what I'm going to do is use this foam, which I purchased from the Dollar Tree, and I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to cut a piece out to fit inside. And it's going to be a smaller piece. I just need it big enough to, and please be careful when you're doing this, I just need it big enough to fit towards the center. Now that I have cut the foam, I've taken this rectangular piece and I'm going to set it right inside the votive on top of the crushed mirrored glass. Okay, then I'm going to take some of this raffia that is like fuchsia colored, and then I'm going to place it around the styrofoam. Okay, and this raffia is a nice little natural touch to any kind of floral arrangement, and it's really reasonable. I got it from the Dollar Tree, and it comes in a nice package with 3 bundles, so you have enough to do plenty of centerpiece arrangements. And then I'm just wrapping, and I'm going back and forth along the sides. And it's going to spring up a little bit, but that's okay because we actually need it to help cover that white styrofoam. Now the styrofoam, I know that you can also get it in green, but my Dollar Tree didn't have it. So I'm going with the white, and then the raffia is going to do its job of helping to secure it down. So I'm just pushing that in right now. Next, I'm going to go ahead and take my flowers, and at the Dollar Tree they have these beautiful roses as well as these flowers, which they are calling them peonies. That's what I thought they probably were. I also picked up some white roses, which are really cream colored. Excuse me. Along with their baby's breath. So I'm going to go ahead and just build my arrangement from there. So now, as you can see, I've gone ahead and I've disassembled all of my bundles and put them in nice piles. And so these are all each from 1 bundle of flowers each for each style. And you just choose how you want your arrangement to go. So I am going to start off by building the arrangement with the fuchsia roses because I know that I'm going to want them to be more towards the top, and then around the base I'll have the peonies, and then I'll put in a few of the other white flowers. So I'm going to go ahead and start by placing the fuchsia roses straight into the center. This one I'll have to cut down some. And one more. Okay, so I have a nice straight line here. This can stay there. Now, in between, I'm going to feed the peonies and the white flowers. And remember, these are wired, so you can actually bend them however you would like. And just shorten this one. You really want to try and make sure that you're balanced as well. Like what you have on one side, you also have on the other. I'm going to be doing a lot of cleaning up after this. Each time I snip a stem, it goes flying. And then you just kind of want to fluff everything up. Now I'm going to add a few stems of the baby's breath. And pretty much our arrangement will be completed. with the exception of maybe adding some bling if you so choose to do that. And just bending the stems a little bit to play with the flowers. It's really pretty. It's very pretty. And then you just tuck in the raffia end that have found their little stringy ways out. And you can also snip those too if you don't want to be bothered with it. That works as well. And look at that. A nice little short floral arrangement. And now we're going to move on to the medium to low floral arrangement. Okay, so now we're going to start, we're going to start on the second arrangement. And for this, I'm going to use this vase, which was simple and beautiful. That is gray. I got this from King Dollar. The flowers, they're a beautiful cranberry red color. King Dollar. Miss Lloyd, this one's for you. So on this particular bouquet, it's really, really simple. Well, centerpiece, and I said bouquet because that's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to make a bouquet. But first, I'm going to go ahead and kind of embellish the vessel. So with this particular vase, I got this cranberry red ribbon from Dollar Tree, and I'm just going to wrap the neck of the vase in this beautiful ribbon. And I'm just going to kind of eyeball it as to where I cut it. Now what I'm going to do is just wrap the neck of this vase. And then I'm going to utilize hot glue. And I'm going to actually make it look like a wider band. Because I'm going to give it layers. And I'm just kind of winding down the neck. And when I get to about the width that I want, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to hot glue. Okay? And I'm making sure that I end it where I started, because I'm going to put an embellishment here. Now you could put a bow here, kind of whatever you want. But I have some things that I got from Totally Dazzled. I purchased these for my wedding, and I went ahead and I got, I think it's called the vendor's supply. So you just basically get a sample of almost everything that they carry. You get buttons, you get pins, like brooches, napkin rings, the flat backs. I mean, it's just a lot of pieces of just beautiful, gorgeous, bedazzled jewelry goodness. It's just, when I opened that box, I was so happy. Let's just leave it at that. Now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to take this ribbon and I'm going to cut it into a strip because I want to have one strip of that going along the neck. Now you could also use ribbon from the Dollar Tree. That is that bling ribbon, but I found this at Michael's, I think it was, and I just thought that was so beautiful. The metallic, looks like nail heads, beautiful, but it's a mesh. So I'm going to go ahead and use a strip of that. And when I say a strip, I don't mean this way a strip. I mean longitudinally. I'm going to cut an actual strip of this ribbon to make it like a choker for this vessel. There we go. And it's going to be just, oh, that's pretty. It's going to be just enough. So I'm going to place a little bead of hot glue on the back. You know, this looked like it's metal, but it's actually plastic. They did a really good job of design on this. Very pretty. There we go. Very nice. And so next I'm going to go through and find a piece that I think would just really set this look off. And I think I found it. I think I found it. This beautiful, I think that's a snowflake, but that is just pretty. That is so pretty. So that's what we're going to use. And just look at that. Look how pretty that is. That is really pretty. So now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to make the bouquet with these flowers. When we come back, I'll show you what the final look is. Got it? Okay, so I just wanted to come back before I did the bouquet and just show you something. On these particular flowers, some of them have this beautiful greenery that drapes down, and then some of them do not. But all of them have this purple tulle that's polka dotted, which is pretty. If you want to use that, you most definitely can. I don't like it, so I'm going to take it off, and I just want to take the time to show you how. If you remove the whole floral bud from its stem, you can actually take the bottom off, and once you take this bottom greenery off, you can pull this tool right off and put it back on. And then you're good to go. Just add it to your stem. So I'll come back and show you the finished bouquet. So here is the final reveal of the short as well as the medium centerpieces. If you like both of these DIYs, please give me a thumbs up. Hit the little bell for notifications so you'll know whenever I do any other DIYs. And have a wonderful evening. Bye.